Mm. Hello, my friends. Hello.
Oh, good morning, you big beautiful rays of sunshine. How's it going?
It's another Sunday, and actually, it's a Sunday morning coming down for Joey. It seems.
Yeah, it's not good.
And right before we I don't know if you heard that, but right before you kicked on the live, I could
Yeah.
hear him down in that beer.
It's
I'm not going to disguise it. There you go. Shout out to Johnny Lawrence, the Cobra Kai. Hey, give my props. This is why I started buying the stubby bottles.
And I'd like to give a shout out to
go
Joey's
ahead.
sponsor. I'd like to give a shout out to Joey's sponsor, who doesn't do a very good job. So,
Mhm.
my body's gonna be all because here's my morning brew right here too. So my day's gonna be a shit
You
show.
kind of level out a little bit. Yeah, with the Coors stubby bottles, I used to be able to find those in the store, and ever since Cobra Kai and Yellowstone, you can't find them things.
Really?
They're very
Yellowstone too.
Yes, Yellowstone. All the cowboys on there drink it.
I need to make a hit show that uses old Milwaukee. See if I can get them some money.
Yeah, why not?
Or yeah,
Do it. Everybody, welcome to another morning brew. I am Poe, and got Paul, Grandpa the Nerd, aka Grandpa the Nerd. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
And of course, the illustrious. Should I say that? The illustrious. Kind of get my vocab out there. Joey T.
What's up? I don't think anybody's ever called me illustrious, but I'll take it.
Well, I'm just throwing words out.
I like it. It's cool, man.
Oh man, I shouldn't have set the damn group to private. Let me. I'll address these folks because they're saying hi and everything, but it doesn't show up because the group is private. So I'm gonna have to go to the actual. Oh, Vincent. Hey, what's up, buddy? He said hello, hello. And my cousin Ariane. Good morning. Oh my God, so much shit has been going on, gentlemen. This last week, of course, condolences to the Covenant School and also out there in Nashville. Horrendous act happened out there, and of course, everybody right now is using it for their political ploys on both sides.
Yeah,
and it's disgusting.
I don't buy it, dude. Yeah, here we go. Tinfoil hat coming out way early. I know it, dude. I can't. It's bullshit. You saw the body cam of the cop going through the place, and he's going from classroom to classroom. There's not a person in it. Not one person. There's not any scared kids ducked down under desks or anything. Anywhere. They're like, locked down. Everybody's hiding out. Like, where are the teachers? Where are the students?
Yeah, where is it?
Right. It looks like a training video. It totally looks like a training video. And there's also two stills. Boy, we're getting at it early, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
There's two stills. The first one is the shooter, quote unquote shooter, wearing like black Pumas.
Yeah.
And then when the body, you see look here, we got the transgender cross-dressing, whatever the label is right now. They're dead. Did you see the body crumpled on the floor? And they're wearing like red Vans or something. I could have it backwards, but it's no love, respect, or whatever it's.
Well, and everybody's pointing that out. They're like, "What did she or he or whatever change shoes during it? I mean, why is there a different pair of shoes on?"
Not buying
I,
it.
I don't. I get there's a conspiracy kind of thing with it, and there always is. But be careful because Alex Jones got his ass sued off because
No, love and respect to the
all actors that were
I mean,
just acting it out.
at the end of
We
the
don't
day,
say
the frogs are gay, and so are the trans shooters. You can't.
I mean, maybe she did change her shoes because I mean it was a woman. I mean, maybe she did change her shoes.
Oh, God, here we go.
It's not out of the realm of possibility, you guys, that she changed her shoes midway. These are going to clash with the bullets that I'm about to take. I think I'm going to change shoes now.
It's funny. I have the video pulled up here, and sometimes I freeze frame. I'm freeze framing a lot this morning. I'm sorry. My apologies, people. I don't know what the hell's going on. But yeah, it was interesting. And I usually kind of go through other things, but we're going to go to our segment of fearless leader, the no brain president. Here we go. Oh my God. That always gets me. I love that.
The most votes ever. I can't.
Must have been sympathy votes.
In this week, he did a press conference, and we're just going to show the press conference for those that missed it. Here we go. Which one is it? It's this one, I think. Yeah.
My name is Joe Biden. I'm Dr. Joe Biden's husband. And I ate Jenny's ice cream, chocolate chip. I came down because I heard there was chocolate chip ice cream. By the way, I have a whole refrigerator full upstairs. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. God. Ben, how are you, pal? One of the best guys in the United States Congress, Ben Cardin. Folks, welcome to the White House. It's a delight to have you all here. And who are those good-looking kids back there? Are your kids, all four of them? Well, stand up, guys.
I can't.
Well, stand up. I want to see the kids.
Dude, I watched that like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Do you think that was somebody that dubbed? Like, there's a guy out there that does like bad lip reading.
Yeah.
Like, do you think it's that, or is that real? Like, I couldn't tell. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way the leader of the United States did that shit. That if that's real, that infuriates me. There's some good-looking kids back there. Yeah, you pedophile.
Yeah, it reminds me of this guy.
We can settle this like reasonable and sexy teenagers who.
You want to come downstairs and get someone else?
Well, I was watching that, and everybody was giving him shit, and some people were like, "Oh, he's trying to lighten the mood." Well, with a shooting like that, let's just go back to, unfortunately, when the Uvalde shooting happened. Here was him that same day.
Americans, I'd hoped when I became president, I would not have to do this again.
It wasn't stand-up hour. I am Joe Biden. Everybody's laughing and shit. It's serious. So, you know what I mean? It's like a big joke, and people died.
I don't know, dude. I can't anymore. I've said it 1,000 times. It's done. Like, I'm done. I'm done paying attention nationally. I'm trying to focus on the community and take care of your own, man. Like it's just the country's too big. It's too big. Make sure your neighbors are good.
The only thing I ever think of when I see those two together is, does she have sexy skis? Because
sexy skis.
He may be old and decrepit, but she's pretty hot for an old broad.
Yeah. I just think everybody's, all pissed off about it. And rightfully so, I'm kind of like, what the hell, man? This is like a serious thing. Why are you up there doing stand up? This isn't a time for that.
Now,
and go ahead.
Speaking of a Biden, remember the last episode or the one before that where I said I'm more interested in Hunter Biden's porn on his laptop? I saw a video someone put together of him in Vegas or something, and there's like chicks everywhere. So see, I was onto something. That computer's full of porn.
They're all dirtbags.
Well, it's all like Joey says, it's all misdirection shit right now. I mean, Trump's not going to go to prison or anything like that. So it's all, let's not pay attention to what really is going on, because they're not really covering half the stuff that's going on, especially the riots over in, the big protests in Mexico and France and all that other stuff. They just don't want us to pay attention to what's going on over there, which a lot of people don't give a shit, but it kind of affects us,
They should. Yeah, we totally should. We are the most complacent country. At least from what I see, going by social media, going on Twitter, going on Facebook, we're just we're fat and lazy. I'm fat and lazy. I'm not lazy. I'm fat though. I'll admit that. I will 100% admit that, and I'm trying so hard, man.
I know.
There's got to be something. There's got to be a fight. You got to fight the good fight, man. And nobody wants to do it. You see this stuff, and I didn't know about the France protest until you guys told me about it, and I started looking into it, and I'm seeing videos all over the place. I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, here's people that care. There's people that give a crap. Like, I don't see that here. We're just like, whatever. We're just gonna keep going to our jobs. You're just, and the thing that pisses me off the most is people are just like, you're just lucky to have a job. I'm like, there's jobs everywhere.
Yes,
everywhere I go, there's somebody hiring for something. I've actually thought about getting a second job just because now it's at a baseball stadium. I sent my an application, but it's a baseball stadium just to have like something fun to do, and maybe get some free tickets out of it. I don't know, but I think there's jobs everywhere, and I have a good job. These people are dopes. Everybody's a dope. You got to fight for you fight for your right, man.
You really want to get angry? Y'all need to watch that new documentary that we talked about last time, Poe, on Netflix, The Waco. Oh, that pissed me off. It pissed me off bad, because there's a lot of stuff in that documentary that's never been spoken about before. And I'm telling you, nowadays, I'm not trying to start a riot or anything, but back in the day when you were anti-government, they were some serious dudes. You had all these militias everywhere, and they hated the government. Now it just seems like every militia has a political thing now. Like, where's the independent militia guys who are angry? Where'd they go?
They're gone.
Yeah.
They're gone. Was that Waco thing good?
Yeah, it was good. I was gonna break my fucking TV. I wanted to call the FBI and order like 5,000 pizzas, and because it's the most.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Yeah, look. I'm gonna say it right now. I don't care. I'm sure he was a wackadoo from he thought he was Jesus, so he was pretty fucked up. But I don't care who you are. You do not deserve to die because you're a little wacky. You do not. They should have just waited it out. There was no need in what they did, and it's depressing documentary. It's make you angry, but it was well put together. I mean, we were talking about how Netflix, their TV shows and movies are kind of hit or miss, but all their documentaries seem to be solid. This one was super solid, and there were survivors who still believe in him and are still have the same views
Really?
they did then. Yeah, I mean, you really need to watch it, man. You really
I need to
that's your
check
homework
that
this
out.
time. Before next Sunday, you got to watch. It's only 3 episodes.
Okay.
It's real short.
Well, I'll definitely check it out. We got Vincent in the chat, man. He's been sharing a bunch of stuff. He said, no wonder, talking about the president, he said, no wonder why he has a whole refrigerator of chocolate chip cookie dough, whatever, ice cream. And then he said, Hunter's laptop probably has donkey porn on it. Oh, and our friend Cody Robinson. Morning, sir.
Good morning, Cody.
Yeah, there's a lot of, and that's the thing. There's a lot of good things that the FBI has done, but there's been a lot of bad things they have done as well. And Waco and Ruby Ridge and all that, they really messed those up. I mean, Waco, the debacle there, sparked the Timothy McVeigh thing in Oklahoma City. I mean, you know what I mean? It just trickled out, and that's why we had.
They brought him up in the documentary too, because when the Waco thing was going down, he showed up in his car and he was selling Nazi memorabilia and propaganda stuff during the siege. So yeah, he was. I don't want people to, and I don't want people to think memorabilia. I don't want people to think that I'm okay with what the Branch Davidians did. They should have gave up peacefully. I mean, but at the end of the day, it was the government's fault. This thing all went to shit. Because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it was. I have lost more faith in the government now because of that documentary than I had before, and I already had no faith in them, so it's gotten worse. Worse.
I always thought that thing was weird. I remember that was my first year in college in late 92, early 93. I forget the exact time it happened, but I was walking to my class, and there back in the day they used to have the newspaper machines, whatever, so you throw your quarter in, you get the daily news or whatever it is, and seeing like this compound on fire, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Yeah. And I bought it, and I'm like, and even at like 18 years old, I'm like, this is really weird. I'm like, why are we attacking our own people in that fashion? So that was 90. I think it was 93. Now fast forward to about 2000. I was late to the game as far as being a Bill Hicks fan. Are you guys familiar with the stand-up comedian Bill Hicks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I found out about him late. Like he was dead at least 6 years before I found out who he was, and he's a Texas guy, and he used to live near Waco. And there's a video out there. I bought it. I got it on eBay, 20 plus years ago, where him and a friend of his went with a VHS camera and filmed stuff talking about how messed up the whole situation was. And like, shout out to Bill Hicks. He's probably the reason I'm the nutcase that I am now, not believing anything. Yeah, it's really neat. I gotta find the video now. It's probably on YouTube at this point. I paid at the time, this was probably 24 years ago, probably paid like $150 for about 10 VHS tapes of Bill Hicks stuff, whether it was like bootleg stand-up or legit stuff that he put out. He was on public access, and that's where the Waco stuff was originally broadcast. Like that dude had his thumb on the pulse of the bullshit that is our country.
Wow. I always say the comedians are the ones that tell the truth about everything.
Yeah.
So they're the only ones.
Yep.
But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Of course, we were going to bring it up about that. And, like I said, whoever lost someone in that, it's horrible. I know there's a lot of, questions, just like with Sandy Hook and all that other stuff. I mean, we have questions about it. Something doesn't look right. So, we're going to kind of call it out. So
here's what I don't get. a 28-year-old person, I'll just say 28-year-old person is so angry at this school that they went to that they shot it up. I mean, it's got to, those little kids. I mean, how angry can you be at your school that was obviously what, an elementary school or something, or did it have all ages there? Because it
No,
just
it
seems
wasn't
weird to
even.
me.
It was young. Like they didn't even
Yeah, it
go
just
up
seems
to
weird to
like
me. How angry can you
sixth
be?
grade or something.
How, that's what I'm saying. She's 28 years old and they go back to this. I mean, why didn't they go to their college,
Right.
or their high school where all the turmoil in their life probably began? No, I'm gonna go to my elementary school because, fuck it. Because, I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. If I'm angry, I'm gonna attack the thing that's made me angry. I'm not gonna go, if McDonald's burns my fries and my fucking sandwich is cold, I'm not gonna go beat up all the people at fucking Burger King. So I don't understand why this person had to go shoot up an elementary school that they haven't been to in, like, I don't know, 20 years. I'm just saying. I mean, maybe I'm seeing things differently, but I don't get it.
I think it's all bullshit. I really do. I don't now. I don't know if people died or didn't die, but you look now. I'm learning. I'm still learning the whole numerology thing. Apparently, like numbers is a big game. If you look at all the kids that died, it's 3 kids that were 9 years old, flip 9, and it's 666. The ages of the people that died were like somehow added up to 666. There's symbolism that's involved with this stuff, and again, I'm new to that game. Yeah, dude, I don't buy it. I really I don't buy it. And Melissa Joan Hart, come on, like Melissa Joan Hart, it was like she just happened to be in the area. Oh, this actress. Oh, I saw kids and I helped them across the road. Like, no, I'm not buying it. I'm not like I hate to sound like an Alex Jones and not give a crap. Like, if somebody died, I feel bad. I 100% would, but I don't believe it. I really don't believe it.
I mean, the one kid, I don't remember what town it was, but the one kid who did the shooting, I think it was the Sandy Hook one. His mother used to work there, so I kind of, there's at least, okay, he's mad his mother spent, and then wasn't the Uvalde one? Didn't the kid just wreck his truck out there, and that was the closest place he went? Like, he didn't target the school, but it's just what he did because I could have swore it wasn't he the one whose truck wrecked, and then he went and.
The kid with no job that had a $30,000, $40,000 truck.
Well,
so it was
that was believable too. He just had a whole arsenal. I'm sorry, and I know you have connections to Uvalde, but that sounds shady too, man.
Well, no, the thing about that whole thing was a giant mess, and I get where you're coming from. Oh, and my brother joined the symbolism is that it's a coincidence. Well, no, the whole thing about Uvalde, you're right, Paul. He drove out there. He was shooting at the outside of the school. They had numerous calls, and I mean that was just a big mess. And the thing the news doesn't, tell anybody, and everybody had that question, but that family, I believe his family was, into dealing, and that's how he was able to afford those weapons. This is just hearsay. I'm not saying this is 100% fact. I don't have my facts or fact sheet or whatever. But it doesn't surprise me that might be the case, because in Uvalde and in Del Rio and all these border towns, there is crime like that. There are dealers, there are families that are, they run illegals and all that stuff, and you get paid top dollar for it. So who's to say that he didn't get that money from doing something like that? The problem with Uvalde that everybody has, and even me, was the response time. Let's wait for our superiors. Let's do this. Let's do that. And no one these cops in Nashville, that's how you do it. They were tactical about it. And I know people are like, well, it looks staged and everything, but these guys, they do this for fun. They'll get together on weekends and do this stuff for fun. I think they even have competitions like barbecues, and they go and they do these scenarios so they're primed, ready, and sharp. And they were downstairs. You're right. There was no kids in the classroom. Who knows? They probably got moved to a location because this isn't something new that happens in America, right? This is just a normal thing now, which is sad. And it's mental illness is the problem.
Yes.
But anyway, I digress.
No, you're right. No, that should be the focus, dude. It shouldn't be gun laws. It should be mental health. Because the problem is not guns. It's
and that's the problem. You got one side, we'll call them blues, and they want to get rid of the guns, make them disappear. Like, let's just go and take them all. Then you got the other side, I'll call them reds. They want the guns to stay, but they don't want to. It's mental health, but they don't want to put any money into mental health. So both sides are a bunch of fucknuts who can't decide what to do, and that's the problem. They don't quit worrying about the guns, and you start worrying about mental health, and maybe we can get this thing, not fixed, but make it better. Because like I told somebody the other day, and it's an analogy that people will probably be like, "Well, that's not how it works." Well, this is how I see it. So fuck off. When you go and you buy a gun, you're background checked. Your background check. That's it. Your background check. When you buy, so they know. Okay. Well, do you think the clerk or anybody sitting there? I wonder if this guy's going to go nuts later. We can't do that. We can't live in a society where we think that kind of shit. Just like when you go to get your driver's license. If they were ever to put a question on there, are you ever going to drive drunk? Well, honestly, I don't fucking know. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, so I don't fucking know. Well, then we can't give you a fucking driver's license. We're all human. You go buy a gun. We have to have faith this person's going to do right for the rest of their life and never use it for nefarious reasons. And that's how this world is supposed to be. Have faith in one another. If you don't have faith, then in one another, then why are we fucking here? We should just blow the goddamn thing up and hit the reset button. Well, but my thing is we it's not the guns, it's not the background checks, it's the mental health. Put money in mental health, please. Put money in mental health.
And it doesn't happen because you don't you can see a broken arm, you can see a broken leg, you can see a gash. Like the mental health thing in this country is a problem. It's not like I don't know if this I've told this story before, but I think 5 years ago I was in a bad car accident. I was rear-ended, and I wasn't even the car that was hit. I was hit by the car that got hit, and I was out of work for 6 weeks from a concussion. And people don't care, and because that's not an injury you can see. But my brain was scrambled. I felt like as crazy as people probably think I am now, like while that was going on, I was just like, I don't even understand what's going on. Like my wife is talking to me and I'm like, I don't even know what you just said. I have no clue. Like I don't know what's going on. And this was before I got diagnosed. It took me like 4 or 5 days because I wasn't hurt I wasn't hurt physically, so I didn't go to the doctor. I took a couple of days off. I was sore, like typical car accident. Oh, my back hurts. I don't feel comfortable. Let me take a couple of days off because I have a physical job. Yeah. But so I took a couple of days off. I go back to work. It actually started with at work. And it's like we got out to the job and it was like a typical day. I work in a crew of 4. The 4 of us were like, just standing around and we're like, all right, we're going to do this. You do that. We'll meet in the middle, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at my partner and I'm like, dude, I don't know what's going on. He's like, what? I'm like, nothing just made sense. Everything. He's like, dude, we do this all the time. I'm like, I don't know what we're supposed to do. So like I agree, like, dude, it's not a gun problem, it's a mental health problem. And mine's not a mental health thing, but it's it's still in that vicinity of I can't even imagine somebody that's I don't know if demented is the right word to use, but like somebody that's so messed up that would be like, I want to commit physical violence upon people and go in and shoot here or shoot there. Like it's something I can't wrap my brain around, but it's 100%, Paul. It's not a
I
mental
don't think
health problem.
anybody can. I don't
Or
think
it is,
anybody can. But yeah, my brother. I wonder how many mass shootings there were when mental hospitals around. Well, that's true because all the mental hospitals are pretty much shut down, and if they are around, they're super expensive to go to. So, my thing is, look, everybody wants to do red flag laws. They want to get rid, and they keep calling them assault rifles. They're not assault rifles. An AR-15 is not an assault rifle, and they call it weapons of war. It's not AK, 47s out there. But my thing is, we protect all this other stuff. If you try to go just walk up to a federal building, you're already greeted by some agent. Like, you can't just walk into that building. You can't just walk into a certain, financial institute. You just can't walk in there. Our money is protected by vaults and everything. Our future is the kids. Now, I hate to say it, but yes, we need to have better protection. We need to have a wall around these schools. It's not 1950 anymore. It's not Andy Griffith, fucking Mayberry anymore. Okay. We need to protect the kids. That is the biggest asset that we have is our future, right? Yeah. Screw everything else. But if you go to like any of these production plants that I'm around, there's a gate. You got to press a button to go in the gate. You can't just go in there. There's cameras everywhere. Why are we not doing something like that? And some people are probably, might get mad at the fact like, well, kids are innocent and it should be fun and it should be, we're not there anymore. We're not. We're so far past that I think all the school buildings should have a gate. There's a parking lot. You have to go through a gate. You show an ID and get in. And the kids coming off the bus, they need to be accounted for. We're there now. We can't ignore the fact that somebody else is going to have some sort of mental break and get a weapon. It does. Okay. Well, if he doesn't have a, AR-15, maybe just a pistol, something to do damage. Yeah. So you gotta, you know what I mean? You can't just, it's time. It's time to change things in the way we protect the kids.
I suppose I again, as a guy that distrusts the internet, but you see retired military personnel that are like, I will work as a security guard at a high school or middle school, whatever. But I've seen people say if they would create that position, I would do it. And not that that's the world I want to live in. Like, we shouldn't have to live in a world where it's like you have to be protected. But okay, if that's where we're at, I still have one kid in high school, but my other two are out. Bring it on. Like I honestly, I get concerned every day when my kid steps out of the house to go to school, and it sucks. It shouldn't be like that. And I live. The high school that she goes to it's probably like the district is like half blue collar, half white collar, as far as where the border is for who goes there. But it's all everybody that I've met is good people. But you see these, like, she tells me stories about these kids that I'm just like, what the hell? What the hell is going on? I'm like, it doesn't make any sense to me. And if you want to hear a story, I'll tell you a story. But I'm okay with having ex-military. If these guys or women want to do this, yeah, okay, cool. They're retired. They wanted something to do to keep them busy. Yeah, go ahead. Put an armed guard at the entrances of these high schools. And oh God, as the words come out of my mouth, it makes me cringe. But
it makes everybody. Okay.
Yeah,
it does. It's sad that it's come to that.
Yes. But I'm okay with it. If it keeps my kid protected, I'm okay with it. And oh God, dude. I don't think I've ever said it. Like I've thought this, but I've never said it out loud, and it's making me sick. It shouldn't be like this, man.
I know it. A couple of people in the chat. Let's see what we got in our chats here, real quick. I know we're on a tangent here. My buddy Simon, hi from CGP 51, the plant I go to. It's the plant that I work at.
Okay.
Yeah,
I saw that. I'm like,
up, buddy. And my brother said it's hard to break into prison. Yeah, well, that's to keep people in, but also, keep people out. That's why I don't like mentioning that, but it sucks. But I think we're there. But let's move on because we could talk about that. Let's try to make people laugh this morning. It's all serious.
Wait, hold on. First of all, I have two questions for you, Poe.
All right.
Well, I can't read the caption under your ne'er-do-wells flag. What's under the NDW?
Oh, it's straight out of Texas. It's a little symbol. I mean,
yeah.
You can read it. Hold on. Let me.
Is that?
You can't read it.
No, it's good. Well, I was looking at the flag behind you. Is that for sale?
Oh, my flag?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I didn't know if that was on TeePublic or wherever stuff has been sold.
It's the little what is it? Logo. Yeah. So it's not on the flag. It looks like I didn't even mean to do that.
Oh,
it looks pretty cool. I might make some so I can get you one.
Really? Wait, hold on. Put your hand up again.
Yeah, it's
not on the flag.
No, it looks like it though. It's pretty cool. I didn't mean to do that. It just happened.
Okay. All right. And the hat. Is the hat still for sale?
I can get, if you want a hat, I can get them made. So, yeah.
I like the hat. I didn't realize because you put that on Instagram. What's that? I'm sorry. I talked over you.
No. All right. I said, I guess I better get merch going again. I don't know.
I like the hat. I didn't realize because you had that on Instagram for a while. And I looked at it. I'm like, I want one. And just, I've had stuff I had to fix in the house and cars. And I didn't get to buy one. But you were wearing it now. You turned your head. And I like the back. I like the hat to begin with. But you see the stars. I'm like, that's a hat. I like the hat. It's badass, dude.
I can't even. My eyes suck so bad. I can't even see what's on his freaking hat.
It's the Ne'er-do-wells thing. I ripped off the Lone Star Beer logo. Don't sue me. All right, so let's go.
Oh, okay.
Some fun stories. Let's get down to the fun stories here. I thought this was interesting. Let me pull up the articles here. So apparently people are trying to do this now, and I think it's funny. But driver tries using get out of jail free card during traffic stop. So,
oh my God.
Yeah. I thought that was funny. Let's see. Expand the article here. All right. So the story goes, when a sheriff's deputy asked to see someone's identification during a traffic stop outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota, of all places, he wasn't expecting a Monopoly chance card.
Oh my God.
So the driver handed him the card along with his driver's license, including a picture of the pink Monopoly get out of jail free card. Captain Andrew Mahowald of the Chisago County Sheriff's Office told Nexstar the driver had been stopped after one of the department deputies spotted him for speeding through township before he produced the card. So, I mean, that's something. At least he tried.
Probably would have worked had he used the one that came from Community Chest. That one would have probably worked.
That some people.
I wonder if he collected his $200 on his way to jail. I guess it depends on where he was at. On the was he at Baltic Avenue or
Baltic Avenue. I thought that was funny.
That's awesome.
Here's another weird story that I found. Apparently, a German man creates working piano with sausages.
Are you? What the hell is that?
Oh no, it's true. There's a video that I found. There's a clip of him using it.
No.
I've been playing with I've been playing with sausage for decades. It doesn't look like that. I guess I'm doing something wrong.
What was that from?
Freddie got fingered. It's Tom Green.
Yeah. I don't know if I saw that. Dude, a buddy of mine forever has been talking about the greatness that is Freddie Got Fingered.
Oh,
Daddy,
no.
I don't think I've ever watched it.
Daddy, do you want some sausages?
Daddy, would you like some sausages?
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I like Tom Green. Tom Green's a weird dude. Like he's
he is.
so awkward,
Mhm.
but amusing at the same time. And I'm like, I don't know whether to laugh or cringe when I see him. He's a very bizarre person.
Well, this guy is bizarre. He says it says he calls it the Bockwurst Clavier. I don't know. He said of 10 Bockwurst sausages hooked up to a computer to sound just like the keys to the piano.
Oh my god, dude, what is that?
I don't know.
So weird. Oh god, I have to look that up after.
Well, I'm amazed at the creativity people come out with. And, we're all free now. We can. I guess he had that kind of locked away, and now he wants to debut his sausage piano. So,
That's so bizarre.
Here's another thing I thought was pretty interesting. Where's my overlays? God damn it! This is the product you folks get. Apparently, E3 has been canceled.
Yes, thank God. We don't need it anymore. Fuck. I can go on the internet and get anything I want about any video game I want. Why do I gotta go pay a bunch of fucking rich white guys $100 a day to go see? I'm glad. Kill it. Dead. Gun.
See, I knew Grandpa would have something to say about it because he's a gamer.
Yeah, thank God. I'm like, what's E3?
No,
the
it's
Electronic Expo.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where they go ahead.
Back in the day, they used it as a way to get information out to everybody because we didn't have a lot of electronic magazines and we didn't have the internet. So people would go there. It used to be just suits and they'd show computer stuff, and then slowly games started leaking into it. And it was just an expo to get all the information. So people could go there and be like, okay, we want to buy this game. We want to put this game on our system. How do we, it was a business thing. But now Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, they all do their own thing now. We don't need E3. It's one of those things where it's just not needed. And now it's just a big way to get cosplayers to show up so they can jerk off to Sailor Moon girls. And it's a bunch of bullshit now. It's not what it used to be. So good. Kill it. It's dead. Take it out back.
Well, they said it was a lack of interest by like some of the biggest publishers. They're like, we're not going to get things ready, and they're blaming, COVID on it. Like, yeah, that's what killed it. Cause the last great one, I think it was 2019. Sorry. It was 2019. And after that, of course, everything was shut down. But yeah, they're blaming it on that. And the publishers, I think they think like you. I already get the information off the internet. Why do I need to go to this big grand thing that doesn't?
And then they want Sony and Nintendo and Microsoft and all these people to pay like tens of thousands of dollars to set up their stuff. It's like, fuck you. I can do it for free, do it myself. And it doesn't, and I can use the free, the internet. So it's at certain times, dinosaur things, it's time for them to go away. And E3's one. It's time. So, I mean, they say they may try next year, but I think they should just say, just end it. Just fucking end it.
Well, there's a lot of ridiculous shit that used to exist, and now everybody's like, well, that cost a lot of money, hotels, gas, everything. So it's probably not even worth it. No. I found something else that, we have to stay on point and we have to stay true to our values of the Sunday morning show. And it wouldn't be that if we didn't talk about some sort of porn. So we got this. In the upcoming months, we will be dedicating a large chunk of our original content budget towards puppet porn. They're claiming it's the future of adult entertainment, while we see others turning to artificial intelligence and augmented reality as the next breakthrough. Adult Time I guess that's the company. Adult Time is massively investing in an unserved area of the market. So yeah, claymation and puppetry, erotica.
Fuck, Rankin and Bass are rolling in their fucking grave right now. This is not what we created this for.
Yeah, they're like, thank God. Well, I think everybody's jumping on this train. I tuned into Sesame Street and it got weird. C is for come.
Anytime, I don't know why Rankin and Bass, but whenever there's references to that, it makes me laugh.
Like the best.
Is it gonna be called Island of the Misfit Sluts? I mean, what's the, you know?
My brother,
and I think it's.
He said, "Finally, a Miss Piggy gangbang." Like,
spit roast.
Yeah,
and that a true spit roast too.
Hold on, lift your leg. And now I'm gonna come in her face. Wow! Beakers in the back. Me.
And then, of course, you got our old good friend with his hair and his pussy. You know, animal like pussy.
Miss Piggy did have those cumbrellas. Oh my God!
I was thinking puppets. I always think of Team America.
Yeah,
because I was like, even like despite the pornographic scene or whatever you want to call that, like those guys. Around the time I was like obsessed with movies and whatnot. Those guys talking about how they wanted to do puppets because it didn't cost anything. And then they talked about how it was like such a nightmare to do all that. Like the animation, like South Park animation, like that was easy.
Yeah.
But to work with puppets, like, it was the biggest pain in the ass ever. We thought it would be like hysterical to do, but then it became the biggest pain in the ass ever.
That's what Fozzie Bear says right before he's about to splat. Waka waka. Kermit, when he's coming, he's like, "Yay!"
Well, them two old guys up in the top are gonna be giving each other hand jobs. Yeah. I don't know. Claymation seems like a lot of work. They're gonna put in a lot of work to help people get off when they could just throw two people on a bed and put on a camera. Well, I mean, it's gonna take hours and hours to move those things. Like, it ain't worth it. It's just porn, dude. It's just porn. Make it simple. Make it simple.
Oh my God. So yeah,
you got enough people that are throwing things out on OnlyFans.
A puppet on OnlyFans. Oh my God.
Jeez. Who's gonna pay to watch claymation porn?
Who pays for half the weird shit that's out there? There's weirdos, man.
Yeah. There's enough free stuff out there. I don't get anybody that pays for anything anymore.
All them furries. Oh, you know what? Now we're gonna see guys. Okay, I saw this stuff on the internet, on YouTube or on Facebook. Somebody's been posting it. There's some guy in some Latin American country who lives with a doll. It's a full-size doll. He's married to the doll. He goes out and has pictures taken with the doll. The doll he actually set up in his room a hospital room for his doll gave birth to their child. He is married to this doll. He's a fucking nut job. He goes out. I guess he has tourists help take pictures of him with his doll. He goes everywhere, restaurants, goes outside.
This thing is his wife. This thing's his wife.
Yeah, it's his wife. He's married to it.
What?
And it's so bizarre. Now it's like now these claymation people, they're gonna go. You know, it's like fucking. Look, I see mental health. Mental health.
It's a problem, dude.
Yeah, he's married to it, and it's not even a nice mannequin. It's something he threw together. It looks like crap, but
It's not. It's not Kim Cattrall.
No, if you're gonna make your own wife, make something hot. You just ugly thing. What the fuck, man? See, mental health.
What is it? Did y'all ever see that movie Almost Heroes where they had the woman made of straw? Is that what he has?
Oh my god!
I'm looking right now. I'm gonna give me a second.
It has a mop for hair, like a mop for hair, and
see if I can find these.
This is my life. Oh my god!
Yeah, see, I always have to. When you talk about mannequins and people doing weird shit with inanimate objects, I always have to go back to Mannequin because it was shot in Philly. Oh my god, what the hell was the dude's name?
He's jamming out to that with his fake wife. They say we're crazy. Yeah, he's driving around with his fake wife. What's Cody Robin? What's mental health? I don't know, but if they ever start getting the nets, they're coming for 3 of us on the screen and the rest of the people that we hang out with. Let's see. Vincent, there's a woman who got married to her horse. The videos on Twitter of her doing her horse. Whoa, oh god damn.
No, I don't want to see that.
All right. Good. Yeah, there's weirdos out there, man. Let's see. My woman, sir, burns the house down. She said she didn't mind if I smoked. You do know your woman's made of straw, don't you?
Oh, I'm looking. I'm looking.
Yeah, we got to find the picture of this straw woman or whatever, however he built this thing. Hello, Mr. Nat. Good morning. All right, we're waiting on him.
Yeah, y'all do something.
Let's go. Get your Wisconsin middle of nowhere internet rolling, sir.
Hey, I got good internet. I got almost half a gig of download stream. I'm good.
Stop it. I can't stand it. You know, I told my sons that I'm like, you will never know the nightmare of
noise is the worst.
Get off the phone.
If you had call waiting and you get knocked off, like,
I know.
You were supposed to hit pound something to turn off the call waiting.
Yeah.
Oh
dude.
my god!
I don't want to know where this. I didn't even have a computer back in the day. I had web TV.
Ooh,
you remember that?
Yes, that's old. God damn! Dust off the cobwebs, Indiana. That's fucking old.
That was the worst. I got it. I got it at a Best Buy. It was like a return. So at the time, I want to say it was like $200.
Yeah.
But since it was returned and it didn't have all the cords, it was like $30. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. Like, I'll check it out.
Oh my god, that thing's horrible looking.
What is that?
Janine Garofalo, but yeah.
It does. Oh my god, is that Janine Garofalo? Look at it.
Looks like her.
No, it's not.
Wait.
But wait, there's more. There's got to be an infomercial like Billy Mays. I got the new and improved wife. What is it? Oh my god, that thing looks. Oh man,
he's kissing her in the park. They have 2 children, and yeah, it's
that's disturbing. Yeah. That is disturbing looking.
I told you I'm not crazy. They are. I
didn't think you were crazy. I think it's crazy. Oh my god.
He's married to a doll.
Yeah, we are talking
was a doll.
Sex topic.
and he goes out. There's other pictures I've seen where they're out in public and there's people walking around behind him, and it's like, he had some. Hey, will you take a picture of us, please? And I guess so. I mean, it's like I can't, he's on the verge of that, serial killer look. Because if you look at his house is full of the dolls. He sleeps in the bed with his wife doll, and the kid doll has a crib, and he even put the lump when she was pregnant. He even put the lump in the doll.
What?
Yeah.
Commend him. Let's commend him for that. he went for it, and he's doing it. All right.
He might be winning at life.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm weirded out or maybe just mad because he's smarter than me. He's like, you know what? None of the nagging, all the bagging.
Well, I hope he used the right material, because some material, when it gets wet, it molds. So he needs to be careful.
She can't go out in the rain.
She's not taking half.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I think it was old.
And your wife is chiming in on this doll stuff.
Well, that doll won't argue and do whatever he wants in bed. I don't know. That thing's weird looking, man.
It's okay. I don't know. I think that says something about you. With your wife commenting. It's like, he wants some weird shit.
She's gonna make
she has to say no.
She's gonna make a doll husband. Just like, oh my god, murders his dummy wife.
Kind of reminds me of that story we had that one Sunday where they found the sex doll wrapped in the plastic bag.
Oh,
yes,
God.
I was going to bring that up because that was an old Sunday show where it was a story where a dad and his son were like fishing or something, and they saw a foot, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And it was a sex doll. Someone got done with it, and jeez.
I forgot about that. That's so bizarre,
dude. You got to send me a picture of that. I would, because you could see it on your phone, but I think we could do better.
I'll dig up more pictures, and we can have a human study on the psyche of Doll Man next Sunday. Man. I'll download all the pictures, and we'll just have that'll be the whole episode. There's probably like 50 bucks.
The FBI, the FBI is going to be all around Paul's house. We need to take out you and your sex doll.
Oh my god! I wonder if he plays. I wonder if he plays out finding her cheating with a male.
Oh my god!
What the hell?
Hey, murder trial. He may have a wackadoo friend too. They may do threesomes and run trains on his wife. You never know.
Oh my god! That I agree with you. You could have done a lot better job. That thing looks.
It looks like Janeane Garofalo.
It does.
Like, I don't like the woman, so it disturbs me.
Oh my god! Wow, I was not expecting to talk about that.
No.
But I opened the gates because of the puppetry porn and all that. So that's my bad. Yeah, that's my bad.
And now next Sunday, you got to talk about it again. See what you did?
See what you unleashed, you bastard.
Fucking.
Oh, my God. I guess
we can lighten the mood, and I can talk about how much I hate your Texas Rangers.
Oh, come on. You know what? Who was that guy? Man, that dude was so fast. I was watching the game yesterday. He was a Phillies player.
Oh, Trey Turner?
I think so. Man, he was so fast.
Dude, he's ridiculous. This is his first season with the team. He was teammates with Bryce Harper in Washington, and then he went somewhere else, and Harper came to Philly. And Harper he runs the team. Like, who he wants, they get. The Phillies wanted to get. They didn't want to pay JT Realmuto, their catcher, who is absolutely that dude's a stud. Like, I don't care. Just put a team out that entertains me. But I like Realmuto. And when they were publicly, the Phillies were like wishy-washy on signing him, and Harper went out there like full on, like, sign this guy. Don't let him leave. And they signed Realmuto. And Trey Turner was a free agent. and Harper started talking. That's who we need. That's who we need at shortstop. They got to bring him into the fold. Yeah, that dude's a beast. But you and your damn Rangers have kicked the Phillies' asses.
Well,
The last 2 days, like the not home opener, season opener. I'm sitting there with one of my kids, and we're watching the game, and the Phillies go up 5-0. Like, yes, this is great. And I was going to text. I was going to text you, and you know what? If I text, there's something's going to happen. And I didn't text, and something still happened. It
I
was a total
know, dude.
collapse.
It was insane because, we're kind of used to it. The Rangers hadn't been, the Rangers in a while. And for that to happen, I was like, holy shit, like, this is insane.
2 games. I didn't really get to watch yesterday's game. I had a party for my parents' 50th anniversary, but I had the game. It was on the TV, and it was kind of like just check in every once in a while. And I'm like, oh, all right, this looks good. They're not competitive. And then all of a sudden, it was a total collapse. I'm like,
It just
mother.
no. I don't know. What do you sorry everybody, we're going to talk a little baseball here. What do you think about the new rules right now, where it's kind of like making it kind of go a little bit faster? But I don't know about it. What do you think?
For right now,
it's not the same game it used to be. I don't know. I'm pissed that your pitchers can't hit no more. Like, the fuck, dude. The fuck. I know the American leagues were always pussies and didn't want their pitchers to bat, but fucking, but now the National League had to join in. Like,
yeah,
man, it's baseball.
I agree. Well,
I haven't been a true fan of baseball. I love baseball, but I've been angry at it, and since they did that whole interleague play bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like that. I really like it. That kind of sucks. Like, it was, and that was one of the things. Now, the 2 sports I follow are hockey and baseball. So, and I grew up mostly a baseball fan. So I didn't. When I got into the NHL, and it was like, oh, they all play each other. I'm like, well, how does that make for a Stanley Cup final when like these teams? Like, I like the division as far as the American League, National League. The DH versus not having a designated hitter, it has to be one or the other, but with having a DH in the National League, now I'm starting to like it just because it makes for more hits, more entertaining play.
Yeah, but in my eyes, they did it because I pay $20 million for this guy. I don't want him to get hurt.
Throw him out there. Well, but it's got to be one or the other. Like, it couldn't be both. It couldn't be both. Like, the whole thing, the whole division with that, and especially when they went interleague, where it was like, okay, well, if you're playing in an American League stadium, then you have the DH rule. But if you're playing in a National League team, and then it's the pitcher hits. Like, it had to be one or the other. And if they went in either direction, I'd be fine with. But since they went with the DH, I'm liking the more offense. I'm liking guys that can swing the bat.
Yeah.
But I do really think I would prefer that the National League didn't play the American League. So when it got to the World Series, it would be it feels like it would be more meaningful.
It would.
I agree.
If it just so happens the 2 teams that go to the World Series played each other throughout the regular season, well, they did beat them last time. It's like it meant something. Just I don't know. It's because maybe we're old fogies, but I don't like interleague play.
No, yeah. I'm not a huge fan. Oh, dude, I just had a talk. That sounds old fogey.
I
sat my daughter's boyfriend down. We were talking about the radio announcers and TV announcers for the Philadelphia teams, and I was going on about this guy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Richie Ashburn. He was he was center fielder for the Phillies in like the 60s. And I think he played for the Mets for a year. And then he retired and he became an announcer, color commentator for the Phillies. Oh, Harry Callis. Here you go, Texas boy. Harry Callis. It was Harry Callis. It was Harry Callis and Richie Ashburn for the 80s and 90s for me. Because you got Todd Callis down there. No, he's with you, right? Is Todd Callis the Astros guy?
Think so. I don't know because I don't really follow the Astros.
Okay.
I don't follow the Astros.
I'm talking to this guy like about how much I love like radio wise, like listening to ball games and going on. And like Richie Ashburn was the greatest. And I'm talking to him. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Ashburn died 2 years before this kid was born. I am such an old man. And he looked at me and it was like, well, yeah, I know who he is. I've heard of him. I'm like, oh my God. I hate being that guy. Like, I don't want, like, I want to like the new stuff, but I love the old stuff. Give me Richie Ashburn and Harry Callis, and I could, that'd be, I'm in my happy place. I could just like sit there and be like, ah.
When it comes to baseball announcers, I feel lucky because I've always liked the Cubs. And of course, I'm a Braves fan, so I've always had I got to see listen to all the different generation of the Carries, announce baseball.
Yeah.
And they've all been great announcers. I mean, baseball announcers to me are iconic. I mean, no one sounds like them. Even when I would listen to football on the radio, it didn't have that same feel like it's baseball. And there's nothing more than hearing, sitting there listening to and I'm talking way back when you used to be able to hear in the background the bat.
Yes.
And it's like you hear the crack of the bat and oh my God, it's going. It's like baseball announcers I've always preferred to listen to baseball over the other sports.
Yeah, dude, I agree. Those guys back in the day could paint a picture. And my parents were strict. They were like, it's bedtime. I'm like, shit. But I had headphones and I would get my little transistor radio and I'd put on the AM channel and I'd listen to the end of the game. And it was magic. It was magic. And that's part of the reason like I wanted to do podcasting is because of those guys. Like that was a love that I had listening to them paint a picture. And you would hear the sounds, and the stadiums would be mic'd up beautifully, and you could even hear like the ball hit the glove. It was amazing.
Yep.
And Geraldine, no Rangers. We're winning. The Phillies are winning today.
The Astros are the only good team that Texas really has. Let's just say.
Well, I didn't hear any of that. Let's go to the part of the show where we're going to plug the various things that we plug. Of course, we got Grandpa's Playlist. New episode, I think, is coming soon. Correct?
Yep, I got 2 in the works. The very next one is going to be Motley Crue's Generation Swine, which is one of those albums that divided the Motley Crue community, and a lot of people hate it.
The first one without?
No, it was when he came back. It was Vince came back.
Yeah.
A lot of the fans don't like it. I'm one of the 5 that do. And then after that, I'm actually going back a little farther, going to the 80s, and I'm doing this first album from Slaughter called "Stick It to You." So that's my next 2, Generation Swine and that. And then in between those, there'll be a B-movie TV music moment. I don't know what the next one's going to be. I still got to get this brain, but there it is. So that'll be in between. But since I can release on my own schedule on the Grandpa's Playlist, I might actually do them both together and just release them at the same time. I haven't decided yet, but
cool.
But so that's all I got, and then I'm working on Grandpa's World. I asked somebody to be my first guest, and he said, of course. So I just got to get more to figure out my format. So that hopefully I'll be doing that within the next month or two. So until then, that's all I got.
Cool.
Can I ask you? I want to go back to the Roku and your B movie. Like, what do you search on Roku? I only have one Roku stick in the house, and the kids have like
B movie
commandeered it. Yeah,
You just go in
do you
the
just
store.
type in and
Yeah, go in the
search
store
B
and-
movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just go in the store and put B and then the hyphen movie TV, and then you'll see the icon. It's got the flames,
Okay.
just like in my picture. It's that icon, and then you will be able to download it and watch it. And it's great because Ken puts on. Now, some of the stuff is low quality because it's not. No one takes care of movies that people think B movies are shit. So why keep them in good shape? So some of them are hit or miss, but it's awesome. I love it. You got great filler, and he doesn't slam ads in you. Right before the movie starts, you may get one or two ads, and then you don't get another ad until the next movie starts. So he's very fair with the ads. So I think you'll love the channel. I mean, you won't like it when he does the horror movies because you're stick in the mud.
I'm not
horror
anti,
movie.
but I'm not. That's not
But
my
he's
first
got, like,
genre.
Monday is martial arts Monday, Terror Tuesday, Sci-Fi Wednesday. I don't know what Thursday and Friday are. Friday's action. I forgot what Thursday is. Damn.
Thursday, I believe, is action movies as well, and then Friday's action smacked, and then sub dubbed and all that. Yeah,
yeah, and then Saturday it's his show, and because Friday night is Doug, and then after Doug it's Mary, and then on Saturday it's him and Yahara. So, you'll love the channel. It's awesome. You should get it, and I'm on there. So I mean, there you go.
There you go.
Exactly.
The other two shows we just had, Father Mahoney's House of Horrors came back. Great first show. Thought it was fun. Grandpa was on there too. Man, you're everywhere. But yeah, that was a fun show.
We need to help him get that show on his channel so people can, because I don't think no one can go back and watch it right now, can they? It's not on his channel at all.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not, I'm just, trying to help him out because, if they're not going to be on his channel, he's not going to get a lot of views. And the guy's got like 5,000 fucking subscribers on TikTok. So, we should, he should get these episodes on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, you should. I think he will. We're working on a couple of things. Also, Backwoods Horror Show with Cody and Travis. We got that going. I think they're going to have one this coming week. I don't know. They hadn't got with me yet. I know myself, Near Do Wells with Ty and Cody. We'll be doing that this Tuesday because it's every other Tuesday. So we'll be doing a new one of those. Already got the subject and everything. So should be a fun show. It'll be live. And I think that's about it. And of course, our friends that have movies and stuff, go check out when it's available. I think it will be soon. Elvira on the Run. Morgan, he's always in the comments on all the shows. The man's everywhere.
If you go to his Facebook page, he's got the link there for the DVD. Last time I saw him post, I think he said the Blu-rays were done, and they're on there too. But I'm unsure. I know. I know for sure the DVDs were done because you could order it, but I don't know about the Blu-ray version. He'd have to chime in if he's still here. But yeah, you can go to his web page, his Facebook page, and he's got the link in there.
And in the chat, I see you, Colt, flipping me off and doing kissy faces. What's up, bud? That's a good guy I used to work with. But yeah, go ahead.
I'm looking at the chat. Who commented said I was at the mall and somebody remembered.
Oh, that's Vincent. Yeah.
Okay. Vince.
It just says Facebook user. I was just curious.
Yeah, it's because it's on the group. It's private. There's no way to change it. I'm sorry. That's why I have to go to the group on my phone.
Well, the last show I was on, I actually pulled it up. I pulled this show up on Facebook so I could see the names, but I'm being lazy today and just watching online as we do this.
Yes, sir. You want to read that, Paul? You pulled it up.
Yeah. He said, I'm waiting on quality control to arrive to see if they work. Then I'll sell them. I'm assuming that's for the Blu-rays. So there you go.
All right.
I didn't mean to produce over you. I just
No, that's fine. Because I was about to click on it, it was already up. I'm like, oh, I forgot I gave him control. Gave him control. Well, everybody, this has been a fun Sunday. We covered a lot of things. I know we'll have another episode next Sunday morning. Actually, I take that back.
he didn't plug anything down there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joey.
Mind Jack this Thursday is coming up.
All right.
And we're trying with Jacket Audio. We are trying to at least be monthly. So I've been going back and forth with T-Mac on that one. So hopefully, for the month of April, there'll be a new Jacket Audio coming out for you. So you can get all your Swayze, your Mike Patton, your nothing anybody gives a shit about except for me and Tony. We'll talk about bands that nobody cares about and an actor who's been dead for 12 years.
Yeah.
But it's always fun. It's always a good time.
I love Jacket Audio. Yeah, check it out on iTunes or Apple Podcast. So subscribe, like or dislike or whatever. Any kind of action helps these people out. It helps all of us out, actually.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to give some love to Mr. Cody Robinson. He texted me that he listened to the last episode of Jacket, and I know he's listened to all of them, but I actually got a text saying how much he loved the last episode of Jacket Audio, and that means a lot. So,
hell yeah,
I appreciate when we get the love. It warms the cockles of my heart. So, little love. Love to Cody for sharing that he enjoyed the last episode of Jacket, which was actually probably one of the most fun episodes that I had. Like just doing it, just sitting there and talking and having a good time and laughing.
That's why we all do what we do here. We have fun, and hopefully people enjoy watching us and listening to our dumbasses talk about shit. Like I was gonna say, I forgot. I can't believe I forgot. But yeah, this Sunday there won't be a new Sunday show because of Easter. So
what show?
Sorry. The Lee. Well, it is a Sunday show. God damn it!
It is. All right.
There won't be a new morning brew this day because of Easter, and we got a whole family thing planned of the whole weekend. So I will be out of pocket.
We're not going to have three Catholic boys celebrating the resurrection of our Lord and Savior.
Nope. And I'm not Catholic. Why do you think that?
I don't know.
Well, there goes my week. Now my week is shot. I'm not going to have a show Sunday soon. A whole week's going to be shitty. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, God.
Every post in social media, Paul's just going to be nasty. Like, I didn't get my Sunday morning fix.
I'm sorry.
I might be a little miserable too.
But
damn you, Bo, having a family and shit.
Damn you. I didn't create the damn holiday. It just happened.
I'm supposed to end up at the beach, so I think I'll be all right.
Oh, well, there you go. So,
I can't hang out with you guys. I better have my feet in the sand somewhere.
Exactly. Awesome. Yeah, my brother. See you soon. Yeah, I'll see you, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna visit him and my nephews and everything. I'm going back home. So yeah, it'll be fun. So everybody,
we've been trying to get the family, like, as far as like me and the wife and my kids.
Yeah,
like, we like going to Seaside Heights, which Jersey Shore, GTL. Whatever, but that's where we like going for the day, just because that seems to be the weekend everything opens. But that's something we started. Like her family growing up, they would do the typical Easter family dinner, and my family would do like the typical Easter family thing. And I was like, no, like let's change this stuff up, and we've like screwed up both families. I would say probably for like the last, we've been married for about roughly 20 years. It's like the last 10, we're like, nah, we're going to the shore. You want to come? Here's where we're going to be. We're going to get pizza at such and such a place. at this hour. Let's go. Let's do this. And some people show up, some people don't. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm tired of the traditional. Like, let's just go. Let's just go. Let's have fun. Let's be where we want to be and have fun with who wants to have fun.
Hell yeah. So, yeah, everybody out there, have a fun, safe Easter weekend. Be safe out there, and we'll come back at with some morning brew after that. I try to keep it every Sunday, so
we'll talk about dolls.
We got to talk about sex dolls, homemade sex dolls. We'll have instructions on how to make your very own wife or husband or whatever you want to make.
Stay tuned for the Ne'er-Do-Wells OnlyFans.
I don't know, whatever you want. Guys, always a pleasure joining me on these little programs on Sunday morning. Everybody in the chat, thanks so much. It means a lot. And yeah, we'll see you on the next morning brew. So stay tuned for everything else we're doing as well. So bye.
Peace.